Hey guys, I'm standing here in California, which is quite interesting because I just barely moved here about a week ago, and pretty broke. I have about $20 in my pocket, but I'm gonna go make some free money, legally robbing a bank, technically. So let me explain this. So basically, and I apologize for all the extra noise, it's kind of windy and loud out here. So using just 10 easy words, you can actually go and get free money from a bank. It's actually not free money, you get free silver in hand from the bank. The reason why this works is because certain coins before certain dates use more silver than the ones that are currently used today. So basically, you get silver half dollars before 1965, or between 1970 and 1965, then they will contain, let's see here, the ones before 1965 contain 90% silver. The ones before, in between 1970 and 1965 contain 40% silver. Now, that means that that little half dollar actually sells for $4 if it's between 1970 and 1965, or for $10 if it's before 1965. So, what we're trying to do is get the bank to exchange cash paper money, which has no value, for silver dollars, which actually has value. The US dollar can crash at any moment, however, silver always retains value. It's always had value, it always will have value. So I'm going to go inside the bank, ask for the change money, and we'll go from there, and I'll show you exactly how this is done in a little bit. The bank is over here. Right there. Bank of America. Yep. So we're going to go inside the Bank of America right there, and when I come out, I'll show you exactly how this is all done. And I'll explain a little bit more about it and why I'm doing this, not just to make that money, but there's other reasons behind that as well. See you guys on the other side. Okay, so Bank of America was not able to give me any half dollars because they have to order them in, which I figured would be the case, but I just wanted to check to see if they had any on hand. So I'm going to go to my bank, Wells Fargo. That way I can actually go get some half dollars from them, and then I'll show you exactly what it is. So the words that I'm saying is, can you please exchange this for pre-1965 half dollars? Banks really hate to hear that because they'll start asking you a bunch of questions. They'll be like, what do you need it for, you know, blah blah blah, and they'll start getting a little bit snappy because they know what it's for. But I'll show you exactly what I mean in the next segment once I cut this video, and yeah. Alright, see you there. Alright, next up we have Union Bank. Let's see if that does any better. Alright, so that bank failed as well. We're going to try US Bank and then Wells Fargo, my own bank. Pretty sure none of them will actually have any on hand, but I'm trying anyway. As soon as I have enough to order a full box, then I will have them order in some money from the probably the Federal. I think they'll get it from the Federal Reserve Bank, and then I will go searching from there. We'll see what happens. Alright, so as I figured, the US Bank did not work, but went to trusty dusty Wells Fargo and got myself some half dollars. So I'm going to check these out, see what there is. There's only $20 worth here, so it's not very much. Chances are not very likely, but even just one, that's an extra $4 if it's before 1970, and then before 1965, that's an extra $10. You know, I made a profit right there. So we'll see. Hopefully there is. If not, I will actually just wait until I have $500 from a paycheck, and I'll go start ordering some boxes, because the boxes are $500 each for $500 of halves. That's 50 of these. They're quite heavy. obviously, because that's what metal is heavy. So yeah, I'm going to see what they are. I'm going to go inside some sort of place around here that has a table. And oh, there's an Albertsons. I'll go into Albertsons and we'll go from there. Alright, here are the pair halves. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Here are the half-dollar halves. Have them both right here. It's only $20 worth again. Anyway, so I'm sitting at a local Starbucks, so I'm sorry if people interrupt here. Alright. Can't get that last bit out. I can already tell we don't have hardly anything there. We might have something there, actually. Alright. Again, sorry for the wind. Alright. If you look from the sides, you can usually tell right away which ones are and which ones aren't. These all pretty much aren't. But the only one that was in question was this one. That's 1998, never mind. So, if you look through these, most of them are going to be in the 1990s. I'll look through them really quick so that you guys don't have to watch all that. So, I'm going to go back over to Albertsons right across the street and use a Coinstar to put these back into a $20 bill, which I will then take back to Wells Fargo, which I will then see about getting another one. I don't know how many times they'll let me do that, or if they'll even let me do it once more even, but we'll see. Okay, so I just got back from the bank. $20 obviously wasn't enough because I didn't get any. That's fine, because it also allows me to show that you don't always get every time, but the reason for that is actually because when you go to the banks and you just get the stuff that they have on hand, you're actually getting things that have already been out in circulation, and people know about this, so they will take it whenever they see them. So what you want to do is get the stuff from the Federal Reserve Bank. That stuff is the stuff that you want. And how you do that is you order boxes from them. So I'm going to get $500 together and order a box from them. It takes maybe 3 minutes to sort through the box. You just look at the sides of it, and I'll explain more about that in another video. Alright guys, we are back inside my little room, apartment thingy here, whatever it is. And I have bread. Free bread. No, I'm kidding. It was only $1 though. It was pretty cheap, like this thing. They're good. Who doesn't like bread? Okay, so let me just recap. Hello, dog. Do you really want to sniff my leg? Okay. Okay, I need to stop eating. So as a recap, go to your bank, preferably you want Wells Fargo. Go to your bank and get a $500 box. See if they can get it directly from the Federal Reserve Bank, because then you'll get more likely, you'll have a higher chance of getting the ones that you want. Remember, exchanging the money for coin is completely not illegal. Because it is Federal Reserve note. It's what they consider to be valuable, although if you really think about it, money is not valuable, and let me explain that. So the US dollar was created because we put value in the US dollar. If you don't put value in the US dollar, then it really has no value. If the market crashes and the US dollar becomes worthless, you will be broke. If that's what you have, you will be broke. Banks do not keep gold backups or platinum or anything else. They don't keep that kind of backup generally. They usually try to, but they're not required to. The US does in case of a collapse, and so that's why I advise that people do as well, because there is no reason that you should not be ready for a collapse like that. So when you invest in gold or platinum or silver or anything like that, it's not a return of investment, it's a return in investment. So what that means is you're not necessarily making a profit because the prices are going up for gold. It's the fact that you have that investment in gold, then you have that security that if things collapse, if things go awry, which they most likely will with the US the way that it has been going, unless something changes, that's the way that it's going to go. So get it back up, because if something goes wrong, you want to have that security. You take a $100 bill and take $100 worth of platinum or gold or whatever, and you put it under the ground and you wait 20 years and something collapses. Guess which one's going to be worth more? That's right, the gold or platinum or whatever else. The money is going down the crapper, okay? There's no security with the money because it has a gold backup. The real thing that's worth a lot is that gold backup. So get your own backup. Make sure that you have some sort of security with that. That's the best way to invest your money with something like that. Let's say gold prices go up. Okay, well, good. Let's say they're not going. They're going down. Well, guess what? So is the value of the dollar. You put your money in a bank, and you're actually losing money because the rate of inflation is faster than the rate that you get return investment from the banks. The banks don't actually make that much money because the rate of inflation is ridiculously fast. So in no time the dollar is going to be worth nothing, and that gold is going to still be worth what it's worth. It's always worth that because it's useful. It's conductive, it's malleable, it's useful. That's why it's worth a lot. Or because there isn't a lot of it, like platinum or diamonds. Those things are always worth a lot because there isn't a lot of them. So you get those kinds of things, and they'll always be worth something. They're not going to go down in price unless somebody finds a ridiculous amount of it and makes it worthless. Look into that. I don't want to go too much into detail. I just want to eat my baguette here, or however you say that. B-A-G-U-E-T-T-E-S. Baguette. Baguettes. Or something. French bread. I don't know. So enjoy your day. Eat bread and be happy. Oh yeah, and as a side note, I also really love California, just because the cost of living is higher, but that's because you're paying for good weather. Also, food is cheap here. Plus, also, there's no food tax for non-fast food places, that is. But yeah, and also, just the money makes more sense. Like, to ride the bus, it's not $2.50 like in Utah, it's $2. Just flat $2. To buy this, it's $1 flat. No taxes for that. Or maybe there is, but the taxes are included. But it just makes more sense, is that they do that. Anyway, enjoy your food, enjoy your money, enjoy your life, enjoy my video if you haven't already. Go out, try it, see what happens, and thanks, subscribe.